Alright, and we're back. Gonna do some Rock Village. Hey man, what's going on over here? What's going on? What's all this about? You can't see me. Anyways, so this is Rock Village. This is probably where the game starts to get pretty fucking brutal for most people. I will admit, it's not easy. But yep, we got a lot of shit to do here. Now, unlike the last level, where I just kinda loaded it up and did whatever, right? I can't do that in this one. Frampt, go away. He's just salty because I looked at him wrong. So, there's our next Oracle. Same deal, you know the drill. Now, this is where the game gets hard. So, you see that blue eco? Gotta make it all the way here with just that one cloud of it. That's not as easy as it sounds. So, this level has a lot of stuff we gotta activate first, because this part we can activate now, but half the stuff in there, it actually won't let us get all the orbs. So we need to talk to the villagers a little bit. And there's also, oh, excuse me, my god. I don't know what my stomach's doing to me right now. There's these boys in here that just spawn in once we hit a certain angle. I love that. Oh, we got Sad Man over here, and we got Barrel Boy. So, now you're probably thinking, so Seth, what happens if you just swim in this water? The fucking fish will kill me instantly. There's no playing around with this part. Now, this is how you start another challenge in the basin that we need to get to. Now, it's tempting to do the Lost City first, but I don't like that one. This is a little bit shorter than the last level set, but for good reasons. The levels here are a lot longer, and they're a lot harder, so I think this is where most people start to realize this game isn't as easy as they thought it was going to be. And I can safely say when I was a kid I didn't know that. Look at this, there's little fucking flies and shit. So goddamn cool. So let's go ahead and talk to the gambler first. Play the gambler! Play the gambler!
Oh no, not another hero. I lost my shorts on this so-called hero's been fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet online. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the precursor basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power cell.
So yeah, we can trade for some cells, and we can also talk to this guy.
Oh, my aching head.
I thought that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then that horrible monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakao steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So, our sage, a master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom? All right. Fine. Bring me 90 precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
So we need a total of 180, which we could technically do both, but, well, we're not just done yet. We have this gal over here.
You two look like a couple of capable fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
If you couldn't tell that that's a parody of Lara Croft, I don't blame you. I didn't figure it out the first time. But the hair, the outfit color, the big old GAZANGAS, and the British accent from heaven. Yeah, it's a parody of Lara Croft. So, that's a pretty fun little jab. I don't think Angel of Darkness had came out yet. That wasn't until way... I think that was like way later actually. Oh, fuck! Come on. This is a fucking brutal one. No! So, when I was a kid, I actually did manage to do this with just that one cloud over there. I want to see if I can try it. I'm not really good at it though, I will admit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh! Oh my god. I was so fucking close. That's how I used to do it as a kid. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but it makes sense to me. So gimme! Gimme, Jimmy! No, no, no! It's not gonna work. Yeah, I felt that one. I was like, I'm not sure you're supposed to do it like I'm doing, but I've always done it from that angle, and it always seems to work. Alright, let's try it again. Big GAZANGAS. I'm gonna be saying that in my sleep. Well, I usually do. So, anyways, this one's a lot. I think it's like 50 or something in this one. So yeah. And if you couldn't tell, we also have the Oracle over there. So we got a lot of work to do in this area. So now, if you don't talk to her, and you don't talk to the gambler, the Basin won't have all these areas ready. So, have fun doing it twice. So, we're gonna do the Basin first. I love this soundtrack for this place, too. Anyway, so there's the lightning moles. Now, this part... Oh, God. I'm not worried about taking damage, because there's actually a green eco vent in this area. Now, oh god. Hurting these things around is actually pretty easy, but it's pretty annoying at the same time. I think only one of them can activate that hole at a time. So, let's kill this lurker while we're here. This is how you do a vehicle-based level properly, in my mind. So there's a lot of shit in this level. There's 2 ring challenges. It's not Superman 64, I promise. And there's also scout flies, the gambler's mission, and I think killing all those lurkers also gives us one too. I like how there's a power cell given for fucking incinerating something between your, like, propeller blade. When you think about what you're actually doing, it's actually quite horrifying. Oh no, he's not gonna make it. Just imagine that. You're just trying to fly and save your life. You're just basically a wild animal trying to sleep, and then this fucking jackass on like a fucking fish thing comes out of nowhere and just runs you in with like a fucking propeller blade. Your life ended because this asshole just wanted some orbs. That's not cool. I don't like this game. This game's too violent. It should be rated M for mature. Okay. No, there's still one more. So these guys are only in this little area over here. So that's... Like I said, if you don't talk to her, you will not activate this, I'm pretty sure. I did it on my last playthrough, and I was really in a not good mood. Same with the gambler, that's why I'm telling you, I didn't just start doing this for that exact reason. If you don't, none of this will be ready. Are you shitting me? He went over the hole! Go into the hole! Suck my white ass, ball. Alright. That's right, I've seen Happy Gilmore, along with everybody, I'd hope. Come on. There we go. Let's go back to the geologist. So that's what Daxter will say if you do it. There's also a really kind of odd one in this level. There's a challenge where we gotta use green eco to cure some plants. You can actually talk to Samos about that, and he'll tell you it in the hub area. So if you're like, Seth, why are you running into shit a lot? It's because I gotta pay attention to my health too. I can't just do that recklessly. There's a green eco vent, and it's a full heal, so I'm gonna go over there. These fucking things are so cool. I love that. I like how everything in this game is alive. That's something that later games just kinda ignore, you know, is that the world's actually an organic and real place you're in. I get that's the intention with Jak 2, was that the city was disgusting and mechanical and people say damn it and everything. But yeah, that's probably the intention, because guess what? You actually... No, I'm not going to spoil it. But the natural sections in Jak 2, they're a lot better than Jak 3 in my mind. Jak 3 doesn't have a really cool... You know, one thing I will say I fucking love in Jak 2 is when you're fighting the fucking metalhead, like, whatever they are, like the rhinos. That shit's awesome. That's one of the coolest parts of the game. That in 3 also does a pretty good job too. But yeah, you know, you're probably like, Seth, are you really gonna bang into shit because you're stupid? No, this is because this actually does save you. I love how those peak the audio, I really do. So, I'm not gonna lie, this is the section I'm the most weak at too. I love the vehicle control in this game, but this level in particular, yeah, it's not easy. There's not a lot of RNG to this, but because all these things are actually going off of patterns that are already pre-baked into their code. Damn it. He's gonna loop, yeah. And if you go backwards, they'll just go in the opposite direction and make this a hell of a lot harder than it needs to be. Oh, France, you're fine. I'm gonna put you into a ceiling fan. Please note, I do not put my cat into a ceiling fan. I really hope you can understand that. Why would I put my ESA into a fucking ceiling fan is beyond me. There's days where he pisses me off, but not that much. He's just salty because it's spring and the sun's out, and I'm sitting inside playing a game from 2001 in my pajamas. Hair's not even down. I've been awake since 12. You know what? I'm gonna keep playing the game because it's fun. So, I don't think I need to knock that one. So the reason I'm doing that is not just for these lurkers, but those rings. So you saw that pink ring earlier. But, that's actually gonna change. There's gonna be pink ones and blue ones. The pink ones are actually really forgiving. I'm just double checking. I don't want to accidentally whiff my health away. And the reason I'm doing this now is because I want to make sure I can actually somehow make this easier. Because I am trying to get all the orbs too, as much as I can. So, the only bartering we gotta do is with the gambler, the merchant, sorry, the fucking warrior dude, and I think the researcher, and that's it. And then of course there's the oracle. If you couldn't tell by now, there's always going to be these tropes in every single hub. Now, you can totally, like I said, finish the game 100%. You don't need to get all the orbs, but if you want to get 100%, be my guest. I genuinely don't know where every single orb is in this game, but I know where a vast majority of them are. You know what really shits me is when I was a kid, I actually almost bought, I literally almost asked my parents to buy it, the Jak 2 strategy guide. I think it was like Brady Games or some shit. I actually have Bounty Hunter and Deadly Alliance. I actually have the official strategy guides for those in my house. This one's finicky. Sometimes he actually does a loop up, and he'll actually, like, back and forth really fast and you can't kill him in that frame. I've done it like once. It's really hard to explain. Like right here. See, like sometimes he'll like hop up there. It's really awkward. But yeah, I almost asked my parents to get me the Jak 2 strategy guide because they were like, "Do you want to get it?" And I was like, I actually hesitated, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I need it. I can probably just use the internet. And that was one of the first times I ever used the internet to get all the collectibles in Jak 2. And they were both like, yeah, that's a good point. One of the few times my parents agreed with me on anything video game related or when I was a young preteen. That's an amazing, astounding thing in my mind. If you know anything about me, my parents... Well, my dad's not terrible, but my mom's a fucking lunatic. So when... she'd also call this game Jak and Daxter. Or Baxter, I can't remember what she called it. She called Ratchet and Clank Ratchet and Clank. Or sorry, Ratchet and Clonk. No, Clink, that's what she called it. She called it Ratchet and Clink. And Jak and Daxter, or something like that, I can't remember. My mom's just dumb. I don't mean to sound like that guy, and you're probably like, oh, how can you be so cruel to your mom? Do you want to know why that cat meows in the background so much? She used to throw him into rooms, lock him in there, and bang his head into shit. So, and she'd pick him up and throw him, constantly. So if you think, oh, Seth's abusive to his cat, no, she was a psychopath. She once took my cat when I was a young kid, because she peed on the couch, because she was marking her territory, because cats do that. If anybody who's ever had cats knows that, that's what they do. She literally took my cat's head and crushed it against the edge of the couch like 5 times. And the cat, like, was wobbling and awkward for, like, days after that. So if you think my mom's a smart person, no, my mom's a goddamn lunatic. And a flat earther as well. And racist, and homophobic, and transphobic, and xenophobic. And I don't talk to her anymore. So yeah, that's just a little bit of an example for you. Yay, we got all the goodies. So, and I talked about my wonderful life. It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's a movie, I'm pretty sure. I think the only reason I know that's a movie is because it was an episode of Rugrats where Chucky, like, wishes he wasn't born, and Chaz is, like, addicted to crystal meth, and, like, Betty and Howard are getting abused by their children, and they throw them into walls. It's real. Trust me. So, I love that episode, actually. It's one of my favorites. It's fucking scary. Tommy's all, like, malnourished and sad, and Angelica's like a fucking DeviantArt fanfic. But, yeah, I actually was very hesitant to buy the Jak 2 strategy guide, because I remember they advertise it on the back of the, I think the instruction case. It's like, every precursor orb, secret unveiled, or revealed, or something like that. And I was like, I could just use GameFAQs. And I did, I used GameFAQs a long time ago. And I thought I probably got 100%, but I can't remember because it was so fucking long ago. I mean, I've never really found an urge to go back and do that. Maybe I'll do it for the LP, but Jak 2 is a long game. It's going to take me a long time to actually prepare for it. Because if you guys don't know, I like how I'm doing this in the most basic level I can possibly do it in. I play a game twice, usually, if I'm unfamiliar with it. Like, this game I only had to test play once, because I actually know it, like, by the back of my hand. I should have done a sharp turn. But, like, Jak 2, it's a big fucking game. And I'm comfortable with it, but I am going to have to play through it again just to make sure I have all the audio, you know, fix any visual glitches with the emulator like I did here. So you know what I mean. It's a very big project. I might do all the side content, but I don't know. So this is the next one. This one's a little tough. So we have to basically cure all these plants. And you're probably like, this looks really easy. No, these actually regrow randomly, I think, after a few seconds. So you gotta be really careful. And see, you can't do it all in one go. I'm sure if you're a speedrunner of this game, and you make fun of Owen Wilson's nose and get banned from GDQ, you'll actually be able to figure it out really quick, but nah, it's not too bad. You see, I like the idea that Dark Eco is evil, but they never further expand on that concept in later games. Eco just becomes, like, You know, if I remember correctly, it just basically becomes a power source, and that's all it ends up being used for. Like, that's kind of what I'm assuming it is. Like, Jak 2 has a section where they're like, and a year's supply of eco, and it's just dark eco. And it gets used to, like, weaponize people and shit. It's, like I said, the eco concept gets really dropped in Jak 2 and 3. And I mean, even Dark Jak doesn't get expanded on very much. The beginning of the game makes it seem like it's a big deal, and they just drop it in, like, a minute. So, alright, we've gotten those challenges done. This is a pretty long level, that's why I'm doing it now. This part's hell. I'm not a huge fan of it, because I tend to fuck things up really easily. So, no, I'm not gonna get record. That's bullshit. God damn it, yeah, now I'm definitely not gonna get it. So, I'm not good at this section because I want to do that jump at the same angle every time and it does not work. What is the purpose of this place? Tell me, what is it? Is there any reason that any of this shit should work? I don't know. But I'm not gonna complain. I love how loud that is. If I get like... No, that's not possible. It's not true. It's not possible. It's no use! God. If you're curious, I've never played a 3D Sonic game, and I have no desire to. I think Sonic's a bad series. I mean, it never was that good. Hot takes, I know. I grew up playing Sonic 1 and 2. I'm not dumb. I played 3 a few times with a few friends, too. This was also before everyone had, like, next-gen consoles, so I have played them. But games like Adventure, I've never played because I actually value my sanity. And everyone goes, oh, they're really good, and I'm like, they don't look very good. And they start to, like, do the modern Sonic thing of where everything's really laid out for you and really just not hard at all. Like, and just autopilot mode, basically, and I don't think that's good game design. It's really patronizing is what I'm trying to say, too. Like, I don't think it's good design. And then modern Sonic games are just baby games, basically. Like, sharp, shiny colors and yelling, and everyone talks at 1,000 miles an hour all the time. So, that's just my opinion. I have no interest in it. Of course, you got the Sonic OC army as well. That's pretty spooky. So this part is pretty standard. I mean... This is just like a, staple. If you're making a vehicle section, it's either checkpoints or rings. There's no getting around it. This is how these things work. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get it. I fucked around too much. Oh. Did I get it? Or did it fail? I can't tell. This is really scary. I think I failed it. Oh, that's right. It wraps around this one. Am I right? I think I failed and simultaneously hit it at the exact same time. Yeah, because I haven't heard the music cue yet. I don't remember the rings locations very well. As much as I play this game, you think I remember that? No. The blue one is just masochist. I hate it. Sorry, sadistic. I'm not a huge fan of this, but it's not the worst thing possible. Jak 3 and 2 also use these as challenge things too, and they're not terrible. It's fine. I could think of worse things in games to put in them, but as far as like, do I think it's bad to just have rings as like a race mechanic? Not really. I mean, it's all about accuracy because it's not just a checkpoint. You actually have to touch the thing at the right angles, so it's inobtrusive. So it adds like a little bit of fun. I don't mind these sorts of things in games. Like I said, if a game has good vehicle mechanics, I'm not willing to be as bothered by it. But if a game has just bad vehicle controls, then it's not fun at all, and I don't want to do it. One thing I can say is it's very common, yeah, but you know, this kind of a game is made for these sorts of things, right? Because the engine's pretty solid. That's why they were able to make a racing game out of the series. So, this is the first one. This is the easy mode. Now we gotta do the blue ring, which is a little bit more Well, it's not terrible, but it's not easy either. I can't remember where it starts. Is it up here? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's at that left end. And something I really love, too, is you can notice that the basin actually lights up, and the lights that aren't cracked actually work. It's really cute. I like it. Or not all of the ones, but you know what I mean. Some of them that are cracked, like, really bad, don't actually light up. I like that. There's a lot of stuff in this game that just... You know, people, like to say stuff like, oh, see, those aren't actually lit up. Like, oh, the graphics are ugly or something. It's like, this game is fucking stylized as hell, and it's really gorgeous. There we go. This one's a shit. Okay. I'm gonna go down here. You can't bring the glider out, unfortunately. I wish you could. That'd be pretty cool. But you can't do that, unfortunately. Let's see. This is where it starts to get really challenging. Yeah, it starts to get more and more... This is the part where I always lose remembering of where it's at. Don't crash, please. I don't want the game to crash. I love that sound. I love everything about this game. Oh shit, this is where I fuck it up every time. This is where the one I screw up the most, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. See, that's dirty. Shit. Yeah, that one's disgusting. I don't like this challenge for that exact spot. It's like... It's clever, but it's also just really douchey. Like, it's like, you know what? Let's put one right here. I'm sorry if this episode's a little long, but... You gotta see it, damn it! This is the last thing we gotta do anyways, so... It's not too bad. Also, I like how the zoomer in this game... this actually gets expanded on in the next game. The cars that are actually moving around in that game, they're kind of based on this one's design, and I like that. It's really subtle. I don't know why. Probably because it's iconic, but you know, it's really cool. I like it a lot. And if you look at the zoomer's design, a lot of it's actually cobbled together as well, which in the next game it's a lot more, you know, normal and stuff. Like, I just like that sort of shit. There's some things about the continuity in this series that actually improve, but for the most part, the story just... No. The story's terrible. It's about as... It tries to be as deep as a, you know, ocean, but it's extremely shallow. Like, that's the problem. Some of it's really cool, but that's the problem. It's also inconsistently written. A lot of it just ends up being really... just... It goes way too fast. That's another problem I have with it. It tries to do way too much shit, and it's just not really equipped for it. Okay, I gotta get quiet, because this part's nerve-wracking. I don't like this one. Yeah! That's how we do it. So, that's pretty much the last thing in this level, I'm pretty sure, once we pick that up. Not too bad, considering I've only missed, like, 3 little orbs, so... That it? Yep, I'm just gonna do the return stuff now, so... There's that! Alright, and we're at full health, which I'm gonna need desperately, because the next level is fucking brutal. That's not even an exaggeration either. It's actually very fucking challenging. I'm willing to say that the next level coming up is probably the hardest in the entire game. For good reasons, and also some pretty shitty ones too, but... Alright. I'll see you guys in the next one.